Side with Hawk and DJ, guys.
All right, Chuck Meister, thank you very much. Rondell White will hit for Garrett Jones. Breaking ball. Want to know the count. There are the numbers on White. A couple of homers, 12 RBIs. And there's the strike to even the count. Yankees hitting in the top of the 7th at Kansas City, still tied at 2. Boston has shut out the Orioles 4-0. Cleveland did not score in the top of the 1st at Anaheim. If you're just tuning in, Tigers beat the Mariners 6-1, so the Tigers move ahead of Seattle in a race for second place in the wild card. Ate him up, Myers.
The 2007 Chicago White Sox are presented by U.S. Cellular. U.S. Cellular is wireless where you matter most. Now that was a Doc Edwards shot.
Brian Busher 0 for 3 tonight. Other scores: Toronto beat Tampa Bay 7-2. There's the strike. And top of the 8th in Texas, Rangers shutting out Oakland 5-0. Arizona has scored 1, and they are hitting in the bottom of the 3rd. 1-0 D-backs over the Cardinals. Atlanta leading Washington. No, that's the final now. Atlanta beats Cincinnati Nets 7-1. Cincinnati thumped Milwaukee 11-4. Breaking ball, pretty good right there. Didn't get it. Top of the 4th in Colorado, Rockies leading San Diego 5-3. Mets beat Houston 11-3. Marlins doubled up the Phillies 6-3. As the count moves to 3-1. Pittsburgh over the Cubs 6-1, and Dodgers have scored 1 in the top of the 1st at San Francisco as there's a base hit. So the count gets Mike Myers right there. And that'll bring up Chris Heinz, brother of Bob.
Love the catch-up.
Chris is 1 for 3 with an RBI. He's hit the ball hard twice. Chris, a good guy, former Sox farmhand, as his brother Bob is a good guy and a good player. PGA Tour.
Guess that qualifies him for being pretty good.
Yeah, Joe Heinduke and I played with Bob and I forget who else on the 2-man team down at Hilton Head a few years back. Really had a good time playing. I played like a dog. Heinduke played great.
Surprise.
Yeah, in that tournament we shoot, best ball we shoot 65, and I cut him 1 shot. He was carrying 220 pounds around. There's a ground ball. Let's see. Yes. Rack him up. Nice job by Mike. And we'll go to the bottom of the 8th. Tied at 4. Yeah, Chicago Sports News Nightly on Land Rover Sports Night coming up tonight after Sox postgame live. Bears and Chargers preview and a look at the National League Central race. So join Gail and Luke for our Land Rover Sports Night tonight after Sox postgame live only on Comcast Sportsnet, a fan's best friend. Pierzynski, Erstad, and Uribe here in the bottom of the 8th inning. 4-12-0 for Minnesota. 4-10-1 for our Sox. Takes the bunt, takes the strike. Fastball. Ball hit hard. Morneau knocks it down. Pitches over to Guerrero. 1 out.
Your Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Pontiac dealers invite you to stop by the Pontiac Fundamentals deck right here at the ballpark. Kids can swing and bat, throw some pitches, and run the bases. For tickets, call 866-SOX-GAME or go to whitesox.com and get your tickets. Get out here and have some fun at the beautiful ballpark.
So Pierzynski now 1 for 4, and here's Erstad. He's 1 for 3 with a run scored. That good curveball from Guerrero. Guerrero in his career against us has worked 37 innings, giving up just 7 runs. Came in with a 1.51 ERA.
Ron Gardenhire has worked his bullpen as good as anybody I have seen.
Well, he's good. We talked about him a couple innings ago. You got a few guys up there in that upper echelon, and he's one of them. That ball hit deep. Stay fair. Stay fair. Kadire looks up, and it is foul. Dadgummit.
Well, he had plenty of distance. And the hook on it, a natural hook.
And the 2-2. Tried to backdoor him. So a full count. That ball hit into right center field. Deep stretch. Keep on getting back there. Kadire on the track. 2 down.
Let's take a look right now at the Giordano's delivery of the game. And Mike Myers jamming the all get-up of Morneau. So it's a 5-6-3 double play to get out of a nice jam.
Curveball strike to Uribe. One's 2 for 3, a 2-run homer in the second. Fly deep. He just missed one in the 4th, and then he singled back through the middle in the 6th. Checks it up, takes that fastball off the outside corner. Had a good pitch to hit and just underneath it. We are still tied at 4 going to the 9th. Who was 1 for 3 to lead it off in the top of the 9th inning against the veteran southpaw Mike Myers. First pitch strike. Yankees hitting in the top of the 7th, leading Kansas City 3-2. Angels leading Cleveland 1-0. They're hitting in the bottom of the 2nd. First of a 3-game set with these guys and a 9-game homestand. 3 with them, 3 with Cleveland, 3 with the Angels. Takes it up, and the count 1-2. And us off on the final road trip. 4 in Kansas City, 3 in Minnesota. Then come home for our final homestand. Starting Tuesday the 25th, 3 with Kansas City and 3 with the Tigers. And there's a base hit to lead things off here in the 9th.
Awfully late in the season for Nick Punto to be flirting with that Mendoza line. And believe you me, his focus the last part of this year is not to be falling behind or below that Mendoza line.
So here's Tyner. He's 2 for 4 tonight. A double, a single, and a run scored. Also a stolen base.
There's a few players that have left their mark on the game, and not necessarily in a positive way. The back average shot, the Mendoza line. What else is there? Can't think of anything else.
George Hoffman.
He's not a player. He's definitely remembered for something.
A high towering line drive. Takes a bunt, takes the ball.
Oh, yes. I've seen two of those hit in my life on replay once and here at this stadium. Off the bat of Joe Borchard.
Another Sox nemesis out there in that Minnesota twin Penn, Joe Nathan. Punto, 15 for 21 in stolen bases.
Any reason that they would have ever said, there's a Ken Harrelson.
Yeah, check swing curveball, about a 56-footer.
Okay, we'll bring that back.
Ball got him in the batter's box. Says Ed Hickox. AJ saying he was out.
Well, it got him in the box, and as he was getting out of the box, it continued maybe to bump into him. But if it hits you in the box first, that's all that matters. Right there, he's in the box.
It's a good call.
Yeah, and he just continues to hit him out of the box, but it hit him in the box first. Dead ball.
Hey, AJ, with AJ, you never know until he asks.
That's right. He's going to keep asking. And so often things are reversed in his favor.
One thing, we'll never forget 05.
No. Lots of people are going to remember that.
Myers bobbles it now. Sacrifice 1-4. And here comes Ozzie. Well, Mike Myers has done a good job. 2 1/3. Just 2 hits. So he'll depart. Mike McDougal comes on, and we'll be back.
Ford call to the pin. Mike McDougal's 47th game of the season. He's 1-5. His earned run average is 6.43. A lot of base runners. 35 innings. 67 base runners. 69 base runners. Hits and walks. 37 strikeouts.
Well, needless to say, it's been a tough year for McDougal, as it has been for many members of that bullpen. And hopefully they can learn from it. Of course, earlier on, Mike was pitching with pain and didn't let anybody know about it. Now, that's a double-edged sword right there.
That's not what you want to be doing as a big league player. Now they tell you you're supposed to suck it up and deal with some pain and stuff, but if you're not helping the team, it's better to let somebody know.
So here's Bartlett. Curveball, yes. Well, a double-edged sword being that, as a rule, managers and general managers like a guy who will play in pain or pitch in pain. But the other side of that sword is if you're not getting the job done, and the pain is an issue, you got to tell them. Watch out. Watch out. Danny Bouchard off his glove. That's coming. So they're going to hold Punto as Erstad quickly gets there. And that's what that speed will do for you. Punto jockeying up and down caused Danny Bouchard to be over there out of position, having to do it. And it opened up a big hole, and he still almost got there.
Well, 2 times Danny Bouchard oh so close to making a play to his left and just off the edge of his mitt. Punto's wanting to steal third base here. He's trying to time it. He's just getting a little jump, and then Bouchard's dancing back and forth, and then, of course, the ball hit the other way. Slicing away from him. Danny's there, it looks like. And he just reaches up. I don't know if it crossed the lights on him in some strange angle or whatever, and it just hits right off the edge of the glove.
So here's Torrey Hunter. Takes that sinker low. Hunter is 2 for 4 with an RBI, his 98th. That coming back in the first inning. Bartlett looking like he wants to run, does not go. And that's high. Cintron going to hold the runner, throws it away. I don't know why he was going to second base anyway.
That's just bad choice. Simple. Alex had no reason to throw that ball to second base. First and foremost, the White Sox caught a huge break when Punto didn't run on contact. Scott Olger, the third base coach, put his head down as if to say he was supposed to be going on contact. Right here, it's high bouncer, and Alex has one play, and that's at first base. He never has a grip on it, throws it away, and the break they had initially caught is thrown away.
Yeah. We have created and manufactured ways to lose ball games this year. So Boone Logan comes on, and we'll be back.
Forward call to the pen is for Boone Logan, his 63rd appearance on the year. He's 2-1, has the 4.20 earned run average. And opponents have hit .285 against him. Left-handers, 211, righties, 344.
So here's Morneau. He is 2 for 4 with an RBI, his 100th of the season, coming back in the first inning. 5-14-0 for Minnesota, 4-10-2. For us. For our Sox, it'll be Richard, Cintron, and Owens, the scheduled hitters in the bottom of the ninth. Two and 0 the count. Big, strong, 26-year-old. 06 MVP. Big hack. I mentioned coming into the night, in his last 12 ball games, he was hitting .370. That'll go up a few points. 2 for 4. He also, in the last 12 games, has had 8 home runs and driven in 23. That was coming into the night. In his last 13 games, 24 RBIs.
I'll tell you, watching Justin Morneau swing, though, you know, we talk about it so often about left-handers with the beautiful swing. He does not have a beautiful swing. It is a forced swing with great results.
One thing about him, That ball hit hard. And is a 6-4 Minnesota lead as Hunter will get into third.
To that right there. A breaking ball left up, and Morneau does a good job setting back, letting the ball come to him and hit it hard.
Well, he has a very short, powerful swing. There's no wasted movement. He's not writing his name with the head of that bat. He's just quick to the ball. As here's Kadire. .21 games left after this one.
He did a double play right here. Kadire is grounded into 16 on the season. He's a good candidate at this time.
There's a base hit. Josh gets to it. And it is 7-4. Rondell White. Last inning. Pinch hitting for Garrett Jones, looped out to the pitcher, Mike Meyer. Outfield straight up and really spread out. Just one down. And we might have some more problems here. It is 10-4.
Hits for Minnesota this evening. Left it up again. That's 2 times in this inning. Unfortunately, Boone Logan leaving it up high in the zone, the breaking ball. Normally he can get it down and keep it down, and that was not the case tonight.
Lance Broadway comes on, and we'll be back.
Forward call to the pen. Lance Broadway making his major league debut right here for you folks. And his numbers down at Charlotte was 8-9 at a .465 earned run average, 155 hits, 155 innings.
24 years old, 6'2", 210 pounds. Out of Mansfield, Texas. Sox #1 pick. 15th overall in the June 05 first-year player draft. So a 6th spot on the board here in the top of the 9th inning. How many times have we seen that in the 7th, 8th, and 9th innings this year?
Way too many.
Yeah. Ryan Busher, he is 1 for 4. Takes first pitch strike.
How far the mighty have fallen. 05, the bullpen was one of the strong suits for the Sox.
Well, in 05, every time we got into a close ball game, we just looked at each other and smiled because we knew we were going to win it.
A whole lot of 3-2 and 2-1 victories that season.
Lance has got it. Already he has endeared himself to the hearts of the Sox faithful.
Well, the fourth pitcher of the inning and second out.
So here's Chris Heinz. 1 for 4. An RBI single back in the fourth inning. Just off the outside corner. There's a strike. Yankees hitting in the top of the 8th, leading Kansas City 3-2. And he's a little tardy right there, and that's going to be in the seats.
Aaron Erstad doing what he always does, running as hard as he could until that ball actually landed in the seats. Think about that man. When he's on the baseball field, there's no such thing as dogging it. He gives absolutely every bit of energy he has out there.
As Lance Broadway comes on, retires the 2 he faces in his major league debut. Meanwhile, over the bottom of the 9th, not good. Lance Broadway making his major league debut. Gets a little number back to him and a strikeout. That's always exciting. Boy, they have that adrenaline flowing. Come out. First pitch he throws is a strike. A good pitcher's strike. Oh, a couple of smiles from a couple of rookies. And here we go. Pitching change for the Twins. Julio DePaula coming on for Matt Guerrero. Guerrero went 2 innings, giving up 1 run. That was the pinch hit homer to Alex Cintron. And he is also the pitcher of record for Minnesota. As there's first pitch strike to Danny Richard. Danny is 0 for 3 tonight. Cintron on deck. Curveball, didn't get it. There's a base hit on another curveball. Attaboy, Danny. So here's Cintron, pinch hitting, leading off the 7th for Andy Gonzalez, and just took it right out of here to tie the ball game at 4. First pitch strike. And there's a base hit.
Well, DePaula came in this game having allowed a lot of hits, and nothing's changed in his brief appearances with Minnesota. Changeup up right there. Curveball up to Richard that he hit. So when you try to let a youngster get some work in a ball game that appears to be one-sided, you don't want his confidence to be knocked down too much. Rick Anderson's out there talking to him now, but he's going to have to make some better pitches to be able to stick into a game, even if it's one-sided. And you don't like to, if you're a manager or a pitching coach, knock a young man's confidence down, but if He's going to let the White Sox back in it. He won't be out there long as Luis Torrero gets his first at bat since being activated.
Jerry Owens was 2 for 4 tonight. There's a fastball strike. Well, you know, there are certain views on that. There's the one that you just presented, which I think the majority of managers go to. And then there's the other side of that page where they go out there and they, somewhere inside that conversation, say, come on now, this is the big leagues. This is not minor league baseball. And they want to find out in a hurry. I don't think this is certainly the case with DePaula. A lot of managers want to find out in a hurry how a guy responds to cracking the whip or being patted on the back.
Yeah, you're right. So many different scenarios. I know Rick Anderson and Gardner very well, and that's not their style in this situation particularly. Now, Gardy is not afraid to do it if it's warranted, but not this time, not tonight.
No. Boy, there is a bat and ball and a base hit for Torrero. DePaula having to dodge everything coming out there.
Well, it was going to be an easy play for the pitcher until he realized the bat was flying at his legs, and he decided to jump the heck out of the way of it and forgot the ball. Said, forget the ball. Something's hitting me in the leg. Saws off Torrero. And just when he was getting ready to jump up and try and make the play, the bat hit him across his ankle.
The Sox pack nobody out, and here's Josh. He's 1 for 4. Takes that pitch low and away. Yeah, it's a different viewpoint from different managers. There's a shot base hit. Find that gap. Get through. It's going to score a pair. So Torrero on the way to third. Josh with that 2-run double. And all of a sudden, it's a 10-6 ball game. Jim Thome coming to the plate.
Well, it's definitely nice to see that the Sox are putting on a late rally. DePaula is just making some pitches right there to be hit, and they're not being missed. Pretty simple. He's got a real good sinker. That one was just a two-seamer, running a bit down and in, but not the big movement that he needed to have it out of that sweet spot.
Well, you're so right, Feisty. I mean, it's just good to see us come back after having just an atrocious inning in the top of the ninth inning. Come back and give him a finish.
Exactly right. Let's see Jimmy. How about this? How about this? 496 right here.
He is 2 for 4 with an RBI this evening. The ball hit deep in the center field. Stretch. Hunter looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. Number 496. And it is a 10-9 ball game. Mercy.
Brings the people to their feet. Jim Thome Doesn't go the short way with it. He had a feeling he had the distance, even though it was going right towards that 400-foot mark. He knows the feeling. He's hit 495 of them prior to that.
And we'll be back. Big 6'4" right-hander Joe Nathan, 32 years old, on the pitch to Paul Konerko in a 10-9 ball game. Checks it up, takes a strike.
Joe Nathan and our Ford call to the pin. He's good. A 1.94 earned run average, 62 strikeouts in 60-plus innings, just 11 walks.
Come on, Paulie. Keep it going, buddy. Paulie 0 for 4 tonight. So, Lieutenant Danny Hollandonner, jet pilot, United States Navy, been over in Iraq for 3 tours. Getting ready to go back for a 4th in a few days. His pick-to-click Jim Thome has come through for him tonight. Godspeed, Danny. 1-2.
Paulie has faced 2 pitchers since Silva has exited that he is just not like hitting against. Guerrero is 0 for 11 in his career against now and 1 for 10 against Nathan, and he's down in the count.
Well, Nathan has just given us fits. Checks it up, 2-2. Matt Thornton. Hey, let's get 2 more right here. If you just happen to be getting home tuning in, we had a 4-4 tie going to the top half of this inning. Twins scored 6 times with a little help from us. And we have come back with 5 and nobody out.
You know, if you're going to get back into a ball game, no need to come up short. Just follow the Hawksters' plan here. Score 2.
A.J. on deck and Erstad in the hole. That's up high, full count. Now ball 4, base hit. And there's ball 4. Now 12. Scotty Pod's going out to run for Konerko. A.J. taking a long look down at Razor Shines, and as I said, right now, 12, be a hero. Outfield, they're deep, spread out.
That'll be interesting to see. You never know with Ozzie if he wants the bunt on or lets him swing.
Starts the bunt, takes the strike. Nathan made a good pitch on him, right on the outside edge of the outside corner.
I don't see him taking it off right here.
10-17-0 for Minnesota, 9-14 and a big 2 for us.
A.J. with a little extra wiggling room in the bunt area with Pod speed on first.
There he goes. Swing and a miss. Stolen base.
He changed it up, did the skipper, to the hit and run, and Nathan, nasty pitch biting down and in, and Heinz unable to hold on to it. Scotty. He is off to the races and cleanly in there.
Now A.J., even though he's down 0-2, trying to get his thoughts together at the plate, he knows what he's got to attempt to execute. And down and in again. Count hangs it. No balls, 2 strikes.
Let's just end all the drama. Hit a double right here.
Heinz now moves a little to the outside. And the count 1-2. Erstad on deck. Uribe in the hole. Nathan, who got lit up the other day against Cleveland. As we mentioned, he has been rock solid against us since he has come into this league.
The matchups are amazing. I mean, you can see other teams do things against pitchers that yours can't even come close to doing. Just matchups so often play out in favor of teams in this league.
Let's don't stop now. Ready for the 1-2 pitch.
Not the first time we've seen A.J. do that. Ask if he caught it. He's claiming that he foul tipped it and wanted to know if it hit the dirt. Swung at one that bounced on the plate. You could tell that A.J. was having some problems picking up that breaking ball early in the at-bat and continued to right there.
Now Rick Anderson now at the top. Erstad, as I mentioned, at the plate now. Uribe on deck. So that was a big strikeout for Nathan.
Joe Nathan's one of those closers where if you just keep the camera on his face, he lets you know this is a pressure situation. He takes a deep breath, lets it out before he tries to go to work. A lot of closers don't show that kind of physicality to the pressures that they're going under at that time, but Nathan does.
So here's Darren, 1 for 4 tonight. Nathan's been a guy against us who sometimes has gone out there. I mean, it just go right at us and get us out in 8 or 9 pitches. Other times going out there and threw a lot of pitches. Meanwhile, he still got us out.
Yeah, he's teased the Sox on a few occasions. It made it seem like they actually had a chance, and in the end, they didn't.
Takes that fastball right there at 94.
You know, it would be nice. As you mentioned, he had some problems recently in in an outing that maybe it's shaken his confidence a little bit. He actually have a little chink in his armor against the team that he's owned. Finally, they might cross this plate against him and walk away with a win.
One out and the 1-1 pitch. There's a chopper, and that's going foul.
Sox man and his sidekick in attendance, as they are so often.
Well, Nathan in command of the count at 1-2 strikes. Ball gets away all the way back to the screen, so Pod's into third. Mercy.
Laser shines, making sure Pods knows everything that can take place for him to score. And that bouncer in front of home plate by Nathan, no chance. Hines was eaten alive by it. All that rotation spun up on him, kicked off of his leg. Hardest ball for a catcher to try and block is a curveball like that.
Now the Twins bring the infield in. Outfield comes in. They shorten up. One out. And the 2-2. Big hack by Erstad. Slow, a full count. Thunk it.
One veteran against another in that situation, and Erstad, a man that had 240 hits in the year of 2000, on a 3-2 count, gets an off-speed pitch up, drives it deep over the head of Torrey Hunter, who is shallow in center field, and even though he's got all that gold he flashes in center field, he can't get back to that one.
No, they had shortened up a little too much. And here's Uribe. Checks it up, lays off the high one, and that is a book on one. Ron is 2 for 4 tonight, a 2-run homer. He just missed another one in the 4th, and he singled up the middle in the 6th. I have never seen this I've been associated with it in all my career. And that ball almost gets away from Heinz.
6 and 6 in the 9th.
Never seen it. Tie ball game going to the 9th inning. They score 6 in the top of the 9th. I've seen 3 and 4s.
This is the time of the game. You're not supposed to do these kinds of things against closers. And Nathan is a closer. He's not been out there. He's not accounted for all this. But he came on with the lead and is no longer. That is not the case.
That's out of play right side. So the count 2-1. So Guerrero's going to get a no decision, and Myers gets off the hook. And good for Mike. He pitched well tonight.
Now you pointed out to start things off here in this inning. Sox once again had hurt themselves to fall behind.
The 2-1. Made another good pitch on him. So the count evens at 2 to Juan Uribe. Good two-strike here. And another nasty pitch by Nathan.
Nathan has a tendency, if you're going to reach out there and foul off that pitch away from him, all of a sudden throw you that high fastball that has a little life on it. It's very tough to lay off of. He's probably not one to come close to bouncing another breaking ball and move a man into third. So let's see if Juan is ready.
First at a second, 1 out. And a full count with Danny Richard on deck.
Laid off of it a little too far up and out of the strike zone for Uribe.
Him up. So 2 down. And that'll bring up the man who started this inning off with a base hit, Danny Richard. Danny doesn't know who Joe Nathan is. Go get him.
That's it. That's a good thought process right there. Who's this guy? If every hitter could just walk up and have that kind of mentality. Never heard of this guy. Come on. Sure would make a lot of differences in the outcomes of verses.
It runs the sphincter pressure down.
Yes, it does.
Now time is called. Winning run at second base. Takes it right there at 95. Well, we saw Danny turn around a 98-mile-an-hour fastball the other day in Detroit off Zumaya. Now he knows who he is.
That pitch right there, get your attention.
Fastball 95 doesn't bother him too much, but that one right there, he knows now what he's up against.
Well, Joe Nathan has got a wicked splitter, and there it is. Hang with him.
And against us, he has had a habit of throwing that pitch down and in to the left-handed hitter.
Looks like a fastball they have to catch up to. They get the bat going early, and only to find out, bottom's falling out.
Two. Just underneath it. And just getting in. At a 4-4 tie. Twins score 6 in the top of the 9th. And this game is now tied at 10. As I mentioned, first time for me. Pick him up. Right here, Danny. What a comeback by the Sox as they score 6 runs to tie this game at 10, and we're in extra inning.
In left. At first base from right field is Darren Erstad. And also a new pitcher. His name, Matt Thornton. Take a look at Matt this year. 62nd game. Just 48 innings in those 61 games he's pitched this year. And opponents are hitting .279 against him.
All right, so the defensive setup for our Sox in the outfield. In left, Josh Fields, Scott Pasednik in center. Luis Torrero in right. Around the horn, Cintron at third. Uribe the shortstop, Richard at second, Erstad at second, and the battery of Pierzynski and Thornton. One and one to count to Punto. He is 2 for 4 tonight. One out. I love this game. I really do. You see things you have never seen in your life, and you've been in this game as long as I have. It just continues to amaze me.
This game is set up for exactly that.
But what really is the defining thought is as a comeback. Quickly 2 down. I've played not know how many games in my life all the way up. Broadcast over 4,000 games. And you just continually see things you've never seen before. Aaron Wasserman. As here is Jason Bartlett. He's 2 for 5 with a couple of runs scored.
That's why the best thing in the world is having the opportunity to play Major League Baseball. To play baseball from the and it was always fun. I got to the professional levels, it was a lot more work than fun because I wanted to be the best I could, but I still had a lot of fun.
And there's a little soft looper just out of the reach of Danny Richard, so the third hit for Bartlett, and that'll bring up Torrey Hunter. Pat Neshek. But unfortunately this year, the negatives have far outweighed the positives in newly found sights and scenarios.
Yes, that's definitely a fact.
There's a chopper foul.
You know, it's just going to be nice. You pointed it out right from the get-go this evening. Let's have some fun. Let's finish up some energy. Let's play this game. Let's go. Let's go. And we've seen that tonight just by the fact of that 6-run 9th inning. I mean, Minnesota, they had their struggles of late offensively. They hadn't hit a home run in over a week, and here they put a home run together in the 9th inning. So they're trying to do some things too to get back to the way they play.
That's hit on the fist. Stay in here. A.J. back. Can't quite get there. So the count 0-2 to Hunter. Corey is 2 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored in this game. (10-18-0) for them. 10-16-2 for us. And another toss over. A little commercial toss right there. If you're just getting home, 34,104 tickets sold for this game. Sox came in averaging 33,438.
Yeah, Bartlett definitely would like to run here.
Lays off the high 95-mile-an-hour fastball.
Torrey Hunter deep in the hole. Bartlett can go ahead and try and distract the pitcher a bit maybe and make a mistake. He can run. He can still get in scoring position if it's a ball.
Way outside, way low, 2-2. And another toss. Tomorrow afternoon, Jose Contreras against Matt Garza. So make your plans to be with us here at beautiful U.S. Cellular Field. If you can't, that game will be broadcast over Fox, WFLD. And on Sunday in the finale, John Garland against Johan Santana. And if you can't make it to the ballpark, that game will be over WGN. And there's a little shank. Right side. You know, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, it'll be the Cleveland Indians coming to town. In that series, we're going to be running Gavin Floyd, Johnny Danks, and Javi Vasquez out to the bump. They're going to be running Fausto Carmona, Paul Bird, and Jake Westbrook to the bump. Low and inside, full count with 2 down, and Justin Morneau on deck. Take him right here, Matt. He checks it up on a high heater.
Torrey Hunter was called out on a check swing in the 5th inning. This time, he makes sure he keeps it far enough back. There's no questions to be asked.
So here's Morneau. He's 3 for 5. Got 2 RBIs, giving him 101 on the season, and he has scored a pair. And he takes ball one. Mike Kadire on deck. This is the 13th extra inning game for our Sox. We are 5-7 in the first 12. This should do it. Nice little Bolingbrook bounce, and that'll do it. We'll go to the bottom of the 10th. Tied at 10.
A couple of errors for the Sox. Nishik has come on 7-2 this year in 69 games. 286 is his earned run average. He has allowed less base runners than innings pitched, a 176 batting average against him. And look at all the strikeouts, 71 of them in 66 innings. He's good, as that Minnesota Twins bullpen has been for years. Very good. And tonight, Sox took advantage of a newcomer, DePaula.
Alex Cintron cutting and slashing on the first pitch. Breaking ball, got it up, but he was underneath it. So the 27-year-old right-hander. Neshek, 6'3", 205 pounds, out of Brooklyn Park, Minnesota. And the count 0-2.
He is not your typical underhand pitcher flipping it up there. This guy throws it over 90 miles an hour from down there. You don't see that very often.
That one at 93 upstairs. Activity. So one down. That'll bring up Luis Torrero. He pinch hit last inning for Jerry Owens. A broken bat infield single. Tries to bunt it and fouls it back. Thought Brian Busher way back at third.
Well, Luis hasn't seen a whole lot of live pitching, so not a bad idea, even though he's got a whole lot of pop in his bat and could end this ball game. You don't feel comfortable against the underhander, and they're giving you an easy base hit. Well, put down the bunt, steal second.
Outfield slightly to the left, as Luis a little tardy right there. Well, the hardest throwing submariner I ever saw was a guy who could hit 100.
The guy that hit me in the ribs once.
Ron Davis. But you are so right. You very seldom see submariners that throw hard. The vast majority of them can't get it up to 90.
Exactly. You know, there's the Candelarias and the Davises.
I didn't consider Candelaria a submariner though.
Side armor. Well, John Candelaria brought it from a different angle, that's for sure.
Yeah. It was pretty tough on left-handers. But Davis was just unbelievable. One out and a 1-2 pitch. And another foul ball by Luis. Josh Fields on deck. If you're just tuning in, Minnesota with 2 in the first, 2 in the fourth, and 6th in the top of the 9th. Checks it up. Good check. Sox with 1 in the first, 2 in the second. They tied it with 1 in the 7th and 6th in the 9th.
That's a lot of baseball in one inning. 12 runs. That's that inning in New York, but still.
And a full count.
Ninth inning is supposed to be when it's harder to score all those kind of runs.
Yeah, early on in the game, in the third or fourth, like it was in New York, you know, they scored 8. We came right back with 8. And there's a base hit. Punto couldn't get there. So good speed aboard. That'll bring up Josh Field.
Well, he has 2 hits since entering this game, and both of them right there on the hands. He'll take them. And now let's just see. I doubt that Luis will be running, but he has the speed to steal a base. He has not had the opportunity of late. And technique becomes an issue when you haven't been trying it.
That ball is whipped foul, a breaking pitch. Josh 2 for 5 last inning, had a bases loaded double. Now has 18 homers and 56 knocked in. There goes Torero. Hands with the throw, and they get him.
Well, it doesn't change a whole lot. Josh Field is going to have to crush one to score him from first base. Luis had a pretty darn good jump. And he's got good speed, but Neshek, he gets rid of it very quickly. And it looked like it wasn't even a tag. It was a phantom tag.
Pretty good throw by Heinz. If you like it on the money, there's one on the money. 1-2 the count. Jim Thome on deck. Carmen Colley. Made a good pitch and a good job by Josh just to fight it off.
Another look back at that phantom tag Bartlett put down, hits the ground, bounces up off the dirt, and then you see the hand on the bag. Good camera work in that close-up shot, but either way, he was called out. John Dickinson getting us that shot.
And a full count. And once again, Jim Thome on deck. Breaking ball. That was a get me over.
Well, it's amazing how when you throw from the angle that Neshek does, you could throw a mistake like that. It's still hard for right-handers to square up compared to the conventional over-the-top or three-quarters delivery. Get away with it a little bit more because your delivery is so unique.
Got that one by him. And we will go to the 11th.
And Bobby Jinks has come on to try and keep Minnesota from scoring and get that offense back up there and get themselves a run. You see Bobby's numbers, very impressive. 37 saves out of the 59 wins the Sox have this year. That's getting it done.
And of course, yesterday Bobby has some real bad luck. A couple of soft hits. An error involved in there. And the Tigers scored a pair. Here's Kadire. He had a couple of hits tonight. Takes first pitch strike. He's 2 for 4 with a ribby, and he has scored a pair. Big gap out there in left center. Chops that breaking ball foul. Into the camera well.
Dyer, quite the magician. Doing magic tricks when he was a teenager. Supposedly he's got some tremendous card tricks he can do. He is a well-rounded ball player. First rounder out of high school. Third baseman. Converted to right field. He does a good job out there.
Actually, he was a shortstop when he first came in.
Too big.
Then they moved him to third. And he put him in the outfield, and I believe he has got about 18 assists this year.
Yes, he does. Leads the American leagues.
Bobby with the 2-2 pitch. Ten 18-0 for them, 10-17-2 for us. And once again, the 2-2 pitch. And once again, a souvenir. Josh Fields very deep in left. Another breaking ball and another souvenir.
Josh is basically playing no homers. They allowed him. He might go stand on top of that fence and come in from there.
He's right where he should be.
Working from deep to work your way in. Just right there. He couldn't pull the trigger, wasn't ready for it, and sometimes you just have to walk away.
Well, there's a difference of fighting off a couple of sliders out there on the outside corner, and all of a sudden you get you about a 95-mile-an-hour fastball on the outside corner. As Rondell White, he is making his third plate appearance. He pinch hit back in the 8th, hit a little looper back to Mike Myers. Then in the 9th, hit a 3-run homer.
The first home run hit by Minnesota in a week. Now have 103 as a team.
There's another strike. And the count 0-2. Hitters for us in the bottom of the 11th, Tomey, Posednik, and Pierzynski. He gone.
This little cut fastball at the top of the strike zone, and Rondell right underneath it. Cut fastball. That's just a wicked pitch. Very deceptive to the hitters. They see the rotation on it, think it's a slider, and tardy on it underneath it.
Brian Bushler. Uribe. Nice inning for Bobby. 1, 2, 3. And we are still tied at 10 going to the bottom of the 11th.
Got us to this point in the game. A 10-10 tie in the 9th inning. Minnesota, low ground ball. The runner held at third base. Runners on first and third. Then Alex Centron threw it away. Nick Punto scoring. And from there, the floodgates had opened up. And then Jim Tomey with 2 aboard. It's his 496th career home run to make it a 1-point deficit at that time. Sox had Darren Erstad come up and deliver the tying blow. Man out in the to deep center field. Torrey Hunter had just been called in. It bounced over the fence past the reach of Torrey Hunter, tying this ball game up at 10 apiece. And that's how we stand going into action here in the bottom of the 11th inning. And a new pitcher, Carmen Cowley, is on. This year in 20 games, he has a .434 in run average, no wins or losses or saves.
28-year-old southpaw, first pitch, strike on the outside half. Yeah, we caught a bad break right there with that ball bouncing over the center field fence by Erstad. If it's the top of the fence and stays in, he's sitting on third with one out. Cowley knock it down, pick it up, and throw him out. Well, here comes Pods. Pods went in to run for Canerco back in the ninth and came around to score. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. He's been working on it.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Again, we've seen Pod successful on that little slap shot out to shortstop on a couple of occasions now. And that was one heck of a play by Bartlett. Let's not forget that. Bartlett, see, he's not playing as deep as he would against somebody that was slower, but still not anticipating it coming towards him. But the bare hand grab and throw. Take a look at this run.
So here is A.J. Takes it low and away.
I love that play by Posednik.
He's been working very hard on that.
There are so many talented players I have seen in the past able to use that, left-handers, and get hits.
That strike evens the count at one. Well, that one right there is, you can put that one in a time capsule.
That Tony Fernandez, former teammate that used to just wear shortstops out with that little slap at it towards short while he was running.
High chopper. They're going to go. They face Pods, so 2 down. And that'll bring up Erstad. He is 2 for 5. A single and that big double off Joe Nathan. Scoring Posednik to tie it at 10.
Now Jermaine Dye, Toby Hall, and Donnie Lucy are the only Sox left on that bench available. And Jermaine Dye has been battling issue with his quad, so he's not played in a few days. Toby Hall is the backup catcher, as is Donnie Lucy. Cowley almost throwing that ball to a vacated home plate area. Timeout is called. Everybody knows it but the pitcher. Umpire says, oh no, don't do it.
And 1 to count with 2 down. And that is slicing foul. Well, Darren now with a 0-2 count. Now out of Naples, Florida. A beautiful little town on the West Coast.
Well, anything West Coast is good.
big gap out there in right center field. That is shot into left. Tyner coming on. He's there. Makes the catch. That's a hang with him for Erstad. And we're into the 12th.
Played, so I mean, at least your memory hasn't gone.
I love this game. Chris Heinz will lead it off here in the top of the 12th inning. Bobby Jinks into his second inning of work. Struck out a couple last inning. And got a grounder to short. Heinz 1 for 5 with an RBI. Takes first pitch strike. Big gap out there in left center field. That ball hit in the hole. The blueprint of his base hit earlier. Southpaw Heath Phillips. Tied for the most wins in the International League this year after getting off to just a horrible start. Came back and won 13. He was 13-7. This Punto, he's 2 for 5. A double, a single, and a run scored. Fouls that pitch off.
You don't normally see any team want to bunt an extra innings when they're on the road. But if you're Ron Gardenhire and this is the way your team is really built, you put them in scoring position anytime you can, especially if you're playing against a team that doesn't score a whole lot of runs, and that is the White Sox. Score one, and the odds are they're figuring they can close it out and hold on to the lead.
Cintron in on the grass at third. And he fouls that pitch off.
Punto has been an excellent bunter in his time with Minnesota. But that little cutter Bobby Jinks is throwing is giving him fits. Nick Punto is one of those guys when you're hitting 200 that you expect him to have to execute the little things to make sure he is continually thrown out there on that field. But right there, couldn't do it on the first two efforts. Let's see if Gardenhire says, well, give me a third, as we saw Jim Leland just do that in Detroit.
1-2 the count. Jason Tyner on deck. Jason Bartlett in the hole.
What's your thoughts on letting the guy bunt for a third effort in an at-bat?
Well, there's a couple of thoughts. First of all, I didn't say anything. I think that Robello did that on his own yesterday. But that does not make it so. As there is Pides, so there's one out. And then you got some managers that, according to how their relationship is with a guy, will make them take it all the way out. Bunting on 2 strikes.
Well, in the National League, it was one of those things that was pretty common. You had a lot of managers make sure a guy bunted on 3 attempts, and Leland did a lot of managing in that National League. I was watching when Robello went over to the dugout after that, and they were all standing there waiting to congratulate him for a job well done. So
well, it could have been. I mean, as I say, it very well could have been.
Personally,
you don't see too many guys. I mean, obviously pitchers are another story. The position players, especially 8th or 9th place hitters in the American League, you just don't see that very often.
I like it.
Well, he had a perfect pitch. There goes the runner. And there's a chopper. Juan coming in. Only play is going to be to first base. With certain guys, but he had a perfect pitch to do it on.
Yes, he did.
High breaking ball.
Well, that's part of the surprise, I think, a lot of the time. Pitchers anticipate now he's swinging, and instead he squares around and has more of that element of surprise than most people anticipate. It's like all of a sudden they're setting back on their heels going, oh, we thought he was done with this.
Yeah, well, Ribello, the reason I didn't think he was doing it because he didn't square around. He just waited. It's almost like a push bunt he made, and he laid it down perfectly. As Bartlett can't get it. And the count 0-1 with Torrey Hunter on deck. I've seen guys, I've seen managers, yeah. Screen from the dugout as the guy was going up to the plate. Give him the 3 fingers. You're bunting all the way, buddy. So make it easy on yourself and get it done on the first one. Because that's a long walk after you've tried to bunt twice. And all of a sudden you're going to do it a third time and you foul it off. That's a long walk from that plate back to that dugout. Because it's a big spot in the ball game and the fans don't appreciate that.
Oh, yes. It is a very long walk. I can attest to that.
That's why some managers will embarrass certain guys, especially if they hadn't been going good. That ball into right field. Luis is there, makes the catch. And we'll go to the bottom of the 12th. Two for 5, a 2-run homer back in the second inning. He just missed one in the 4th. Outfield slightly to the left. They're spread out. Watch out. And that's outside 1-1.
Ron right now is taking pitches better than he has in quite some time. He's seeing the ball pretty well. He's got the timing down.
Down ball to Bartlett. Check some scores for you if you're just joining us. At Baltimore tonight, Boston shut them out 4-0. They're in the bottom of the 8th inning in Anaheim, with the Angels leading Cleveland 2-1. Tigers beat the Mariners 6-1. They moved into second place in the race for the wild card as the Yankees edged Kansas City 3-2 to maintain their lead in the wild card. As Danny Richard pops it up, Bartlett. Toronto over Tampa Bay 7-2, and Texas at home against Oakland. Rangers won it 5-3. Got a final from Big Bob out in Phoenix. D-backs beat the Cardinals 4-2. Atlanta over Washington 7-1. Cincinnati thumped Milwaukee 11-4 at the Great American Ballpark. Colorado leading San Diego 10-4. That's in the bottom of the 8th out in Denver. Mets hammered Houston 11-3 at Shea. Marlins doubled up the Phillies 6-3 in Philadelphia. Pirates beat the Cubs 6-1, and bottom of the 7th out in San Francisco, Dodgers and the Giants are tied at 3. Alex Cintron with a 1-1 count. He came on the pinch hit back in the 7th inning. We were down 4-3, hit a home run. That tied it. Also a single and struck out. So he's 2 for 3, and there's a ground ball. Backhanded. Now you got a nice hop right there to Punto. And we're into the 13th.
With a loss. I mean, unfortunately, picked up that loss.
So Torrey Hunter Justin Morneau and Mike Kadire. Here in the top of the 13th inning. 10-19-0 for Minnesota. 10-18-2 for our Sox. High and wide. There he is, 1 for 5 with an RBI and a run scored. And a count 2-0. Hunter now sitting on 27 homers and 98 ribbies. Pull a string on him right there. Good 2-0 changeup. Outfield straight up. Fields in left, Pasednik in center, Torero in right.
Different role for Phillips. He started all of his games in the minor leagues, and here he is pitching just 2 days later.
Off the end of the bat.
You gotta get ready. If you're used to starting, you gotta get your mind right. Ready to go every couple of days out there in that bullpen, and here he is 2 days later. Phillips looking to pick up a win to offset that loss he already has.
So here's Morneau. He's 3 for 6 with 2 ribbies. And a couple of runs scored. He's just been tearing the cover off the ball the last 2 weeks.
And nothing new. He's continued to haunt the Sox. Came into this series, I mean, just it crushed us. 370 this year. 8 homers, 23 RBIs in 12 games.
Yeah.
Well, since the beginning of those
25 RBIs now.
Oh yeah, beginning of 06. I mean, 336 batting average he was bringing into this series.
1-2 the count. Yeah. Last 12 games now make it 13 against us. 25 RBIs.
It's Rick Ankiel like.
What a story. What a story, Rick Ankiel. Man came up and looked like he was going to be another Sandy Koufax.
Yes.
All of a sudden got that syndrome, couldn't throw a strike, couldn't hit the catcher. Finally, there's a soft ground ball. It's in front. Over to Oster. 2 down. Goes down, tries it as a hitter, comes back up. And that certainly could be possibly the story of the National League Central and the National League period this year.
Now going into today's action for Ankiel, last 7 games, he had 5 home runs and 19 runs batted in. That's insane.
Here's Kadire. Kadire, a couple of hits, an RBI, a couple of runs scored. It's 2 for 5. Also with the base on balls. And there's a shot. Fields quickly gets over. Gets it back in and holds him to a single.
Well, Kadire was digging hard, so it was all up to Josh Fields to make sure that it stayed the single. He did a good job. Nice swing. Good path to that ball for Kadire, and the breaking ball trying to get in and eat him up. Fields working hard out there. All you got to do is get to it and throw it towards the infield. That's going to stop the runner. It doesn't have to be accurate.
Rondell White. 1 for 3 with a 3-run homer in this game, and they pick him off. Yes. That'll work. We'll go to the bottom of the 13th. Top of the order for the Sox. Torero, Fields, and Tomey. Will lead it off against Juan Rincon. Luis is coming on to pinch hit. In the 9th inning is 2 for 2. outfield, about equal distance, slightly to the left as he takes down low.
Reese with the longest home run hit at U.S. Cellular Field this year. It'd be nice to see him. Doesn't just hit one. Doesn't have to be as far as his 442-foot shot this year. But a homer would be nice.
He's got to count. A game like tonight, you know, this is just what our guys need after coming off a 10-day, 9-game road trip.
Yeah, why not? You know, your answer? You got nothing better to do.
Two and one to count. And to count 3-1. Right here, 30. Zone him in, reel him in, and light him up. And there's ball 4. And here comes Josh. Once again, a reminder, tomorrow afternoon, Jose Contreras against Matt Garza. That game will be on Fox, WFLD. And in the finale of the series on Sunday, John Garland against Johan Santana, and that game over WGN. Nice with the bunt. That's a good one. So the sacrifice 1-4. They're going to put Tommy on to get to Pods, who's on deck, and then AJ in the hole.
Well, see the nice job by Fields. Torero getting out there in scoring position, and Jimmy will get the free pass. And a minute ago, may have saw in the background skipper looking at Scott Pasednik, the batter due behind Tommy, saying, "Let's go, drive in the winning run, swing it." And Scott Pasednik, this time wearing a White Sox uniform, has not been afraid to get a big hit. When you expect everybody else to do it, he's gotten it done at times.
Jimmy is 3 for 6 tonight. RBI single in the first, a 3-run homer in the ninth. Got us to a 10-9 score. So he now has 24 homers on the season, 496 in his career. And he now has 77 ribbies. So 1 out, 2 on. And a couple of left-handed hitters coming up. Well, Pods don't even let AJ even think about getting up to that dish.
Oh, no. No. Yeah, I mean, Pods, to me, that's been one of the surprising things about him as a hitter. He has not been afraid to come through with a base hit right back up the middle in these kinds of situations.
Even off left-handers.
Yep.
Made a good pitch on him right there. Just tip your cap, but it's only strike 1. That's out. Now very quickly the count 0-2.
Having quite the game for not starting 1 for 1, a stolen base and a run. And it has been a long night, not just on the players and fans. Those umpires have been standing out there a long time tonight.
Good check on the breaking ball down low.
Then he'll have a dugout to run to.
Was a huge gap out there in right center. And the outfield is shallow. Made a decent pitch right there, and Scotty fights it off. All right, here we go with the 1-2. Well, ball head. Left field ticketed all over. But just underneath it.
We just want to get LaSalle Bank fireworks in right after this win. They're waiting all night to set off those fireworks, have they?
There's a chopper, and it's gone foul. So Torero returns to second, Tomey to first.
It was a really good chance that any ball that's hit to the outfield, Razor Shines is not going to wait unless it's a one-hop shot to one of those outfielders. He's going to try and win this game with Torero's good speed on second.
Well, he's got the good speed, no question about that. Watch out. Cleveland has come back to tie the Angels at 2. Indians hitting in the top of the 9th. Giants have taken a 4-3 lead over the Dodgers. They're hitting in the bottom of the 8th. Ground ball. Punto. They forced Tomey. So now they call him safe. He was across the bag. Joe West. And here comes Gardenhire. Mercy.
Yeah, Joe West stayed with that play all the way. The throw from Punto a little bit high and to the left. And Joe West not given the guarantee out there, made him keep his foot on it, which he probably didn't.
Well, if I was not looking at Bartlett come across, but if indeed he was across the bag too quick, it's Punto's fault because he took a little time getting rid of that ball. Just that fraction of a second.
Al mentioned it's been a long night for the umpires as well. Let's take another look.
See how he took that little look and then went back? That'll break the rhythm right there.
I'll tell you, Joe West did not make it a hurry either. He locked it in his mind that foot was off the base. He's standing right there looking, and he says safe. Tomey, not anticipating the call of out, stays right there on the base. So many players just anticipate the call that he's out, and Jimmy didn't.
Jimmy may have seen it. So they're giving Punto the error. Now we got one out, sacks packed, and A.J. at the plate. A.J. is 1 for 6 in this game. Outfield really short now. Come on, A.J. Stay on it. Don't pull off of it.
208. Coming into tonight with the bases loaded is the batting average for the Sox. 208, just 189 with bases loaded and less than 2 outs.
Base hit, and this ball game is over. What a comeback for our Sox. Minnesota scores 6 in the top of the 9th inning. We come right back with 6 to tie it and win it in the bottom of the 13th. Yes.
Finally, right here with the bases loaded and 1 out. A.J. Pierzynski steps up and he delivers. Anya Uribe carrying Danny Richard. Congratulations all around as Pierzynski not close on the first swing, but perfect on the second. Out of the reach of Bartlett, who's got a lot of range.
And right now, let's check out our White Sox Chevrolet player of the game. It is A.J. Pierzynski for that base hit, our White Sox Chevy player of the game. And once again, the final score, Sox winning at 13-11-10 after scoring 6 in the bottom of the ninth to tie it. So far, my partner, DJ Darren Jackson, for our director, Jim Angio, our producer tonight, John Walker, our associate producer, Dave Ross, the mayor, Mean Joe Groove, also up here in the booth with us, Tom Hoover and Tom Dorner. This is a Hawk. So long, everybody.